Please help out the channel. Hit that subscription button. I'm coming out with tons of videos and you don't want to miss them. Rainbow, Man on the Silver Mountain. Okay, so there's a lot of different versions of this song floating around. You know, there's like Dio, his versions, and I think maybe even the tail end of Deep Purple, there were some versions of it. I'm just going to stick to the Rainbow version. That's basically the most popular you could find on YouTube, I guess. So we're sticking with that version. So we'll just try to let that rock. And this intro riff, based here in this G minor 7 spot, and it's this really fun like staccato picking shuffle thing going on. So we'll kick it off 3rd fret on the E here. We hit that, come down, hit a couple 5s on the A and D, go 3s back to 5s, and like I said, it's real kind of choppy style. You kind of want to hit it and then cut it right after you hit the notes you need. And you could palm mute the E string a little bit. Sounds good, I think. Alright, and then we just drop down, hit 3s on the D and G, come back, hit that 3E, and then do the 3s on the A and D, and then 5s. So slowly, that first measure. Now I like to get my pinky in here. Helps me. I guess if you want, you can do, index and ring. I like to use my pinky just so I'm not quite as stretched there. Like I said, just trying to rest the string after you hit each note just to get it as choppy, kind of staccato vibe as you can. Just cutting it after every strum there. Continues, we do the 3 on the E, 5s on the A and D, 3s to 5s. Come down, hit 5s now on the D and G. Hold it a moment, come to 3s on the D and G. Okay, so you can let those ring a little bit. We basically come back, do the first measure again as the 3rd measure. And then we end it by doing a 3 on the E, 5s on the A and D, to 3s to 1s. So slowly hear the whole thing. Verse section. And this kicks off with a really quick, hammer on, pull off thing here at the 1-3 area. We'll do a 1 to 3 on the A, and then a quick 1-3-1 on the D, back to 3A. And that's kind of like at the very tail end of the previous section, just to kick off the verse. And then right into this F. And we're just kind of doing octaves with these chords here. Bouncing vibe going on here. Like we do a couple ones on the E for the F, then hit the 3 on the D. Okay, move it to a C now for the 3A and a 5 on the G. All right, now to G, 3s on the E to 5. Do that a couple times. And now we do this part of the E flat chord. And it's 1 on the D, open G to 3. And it happens pretty condensed this first time we hit it. All right, then we come over, hit throughout a C chord, so C5 more or less, 3 on the A, 5D, 5G. So a little arpeggiation with that section. And then back to our octave vibes with the F, a couple ones on the E to 3 on the D, do that twice. All right, then we do G at the 3rd fret, back to F. Back to the C now for a full measure, so do it twice at the 3 of the A. And now we're going to do that E flat to C again, but the E flat there is just a little bit spread out now. We hit the 1, hold it just a little bit longer, and then we do our open G to 3 instead of doing. So we just hold that 1 a little bit longer there. Just a weird little subtle difference that happens there. And then, of course, we go through our 3A, 5D, 5G there for the C5. And cap it off now with a G. And there's a little subtle difference here. We just do the 1, 3 on the E to 5D. And then do a couple 3s to 5D. All right, so just a couple little like weird, strange things in there. But other than that, pretty fun little octave practice, I think. All right, and now, if you're adventurous, we get to do our whole hammer-on, pull-off exercise now. And this is kind of I've heard the most variation throughout the different versions of the song where it'll cut all the pull-offs at a certain point and just go more of the octave chords. But in the main, more popular version I've heard, it just keeps these rolling throughout the whole thing. And I put the chords up here too. If you don't want to get into all this, you just want to strum chords throughout this part, so that's fine. So it'll be in this D minor position here. We just come up on the G, and we pull off 14 to 10, and then we hit a 12 on the D. So I like to do it this way, where I'm 12 with the middle finger and 10 with the pointer finger, and I'm just going to use the pinky to hit that 14. We just pull the 14 off to 10, 12D, back to the 10 on the G.